I'm Dean DeMarzo. I get a lot of questions about a technique called sweep arpeggios. Now, arpeggios are just chords that we take each individual note of and break it up. So say we have an A minor chord. If we take the individual notes of that, A, C, and E, and we break it up into that, we can play a whole arpeggio of just A minor notes. Now, the only difference between a regular arpeggio and a sweep arpeggio are that instead of alternate picking every note, or however else, economy picking, or however else you do that, you're instead going to sweep the notes. And what that means is if you're moving down the strings that way, you're only going to be down picking, and moving up, only up strokes. So the first way you can get used to this is to take your metronome and just practice going up and down the strings like that. Take that whatever tempo you feel comfortable at, work your way up so you can really get a really clean sweep going. Alright. Now first you want to start off with very small arpeggios, just to get your hands used to the feeling of locking in with the position of your right hand. Alright, so first we're going to do little 3-string arpeggios. That looks like this. Now there are 3 main types of arpeggios, the triads, and they're made up of 3 notes each. The first is the major triad, and that looks like this. And that's a D major triad. Now the second arpeggio is a minor triad. So that would be a D minor. Now, and the root is right here. That 3rd fret on the 2nd string, that's the root. That's a D. Alright, now the last triad is the diminished triad, which only comes up once in the scale, but it's still very important. Alright, so those are the 3 types of triads, and now let's see how they apply in the form of a D major scale. So the chords in D major scale are D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor, C sharp diminished, and D major. You want to top it off with the octave. Alright, so let's try going through the scale with our metronome. I have mine set to, let's say, 120 beats per minute. It's a good place to start. If this is too fast for you, you start, way slower. Start at a speed you're comfortable at, something you can play cleanly at, and work your way up. So. Always make sure you get the picking pattern right and that you're not falling into alternate picking or some habit like that. Here you need to make sure you're always sweeping. And the picking pattern is actually going to look like this. So the next step would be to add a 4th string to this. So here are the shapes for the arpeggios. Here's the major arpeggio. That's a D major. Here's the shape for the minor arpeggio. So that's a D minor. And here's the shape for the diminished arpeggio. So there's the 3 shapes. Same scale as before, the D major scale. I'm going to kick up the tempo here a bit to 140. And here we go. Sweep arpeggios. I actually do have one more sweep for you, now that I think about it. This is a huge 6-string all across the fretboard sweep in A minor. And it looks like this. So practice that one, give it a shot. Good luck.